Now I'm going to code the movement of the items that I'm going to collect, the cupcake and the gem, and I think I might add a couple more in if I have time. So we're going to actually start the cupcake and the gem up above the screen and have them fall down. Right now, the cupcake starts at 100x and 300y, and the gem is at 300x and 300y. So I like the x locations, which is where it is left to right, but I want them to be up above, so the y location is going to need to start at 0. So I'm going to put the gem at 300, 0, and the cupcake at 100, 0. So now if I reset and run, they're up way at the top. Now I want them to fall down the screen, and to have them fall down the screen, I'm going to use something called their velocity. Velocity is just movement in a certain direction, and I'm going to have them move down the screen, which is a positive y velocity. So I'm going to put that right underneath the gem after the animation and the scale. I'm going to set its velocity right away. So I'm going to grab sprite.velocity y, and I'm going to say gem velocity y. I'm going to set it at 3 just to try it out and see how fast it moves. And then we can, let's see, that's pretty slow. Let's make it move a little bit faster. Try 5. That's a little bit better. And then let's do the same thing with the cupcake. You could even set them at different velocities if you wanted to make one harder to get than the other. So I'll set that one at 6. So now when I run it, there they go. Now here's our problem. They're gone. They are not coming back unless we code them to come back. So we want to say once they hit this bottom point, and if I look at the grid, that's 400y. So once they are greater than 400, we want them to go back to the top of the screen. So I'm going to say, I'm going to grab a function and put it right here. Doesn't matter where it is, I'm just putting mine there so you can see it easily. I'm actually going to close this for you too. I'm going to call this reset cupcake. And to reset the cupcake, I want to just put it at a new location. So I'm going to give it a y value of 0, so put it back at the top. You could even put it a little bit above so you can't see where it's coming from. So cupcake y, you could do -5, and then it would be up above the screen. And then you want to set its x location. Again, if you want to set a random location, you can. If you want it to keep falling at the same place, you can do that too. I'm going to do a random one because I think it'll make it a little bit more fun instead of just knowing where it's going to fall from. To do that, I grab the sprite.x, and then in math, I'm going to pull over a random number, and I'm going to give it a random number anywhere between, it could be 0 and 400, which is the full length of this, or just a random in any position. I'm going to do I'm going to do 5 to 395, so it's not off the screen at all. And then I need to call that. And when do I want it to reset? Well, I want it to reset once its y value is greater than 400. So in my main draw loop, I'm going to grab an if statement. And I'm going to say if sprite.y, oh, we need a greater than. We need to go to math here and grab a greater than. If cup cupcake.y is greater than 400, then I will call the reset cupcake. Tell it to do its job. So if I run this now, my cupcake's going to fall down my screen and reset and come back. And it'll come at random places on the screen, which is awesome. It's exactly what I want. And now my little unicorn is flying around. Okay, now we want to do the exact same thing for the gem. So I need to create a function that looks just like, we could actually even copy and paste it. So I'm going to show you that because it's a good trick to know. I'm going to take my mouse right here at the very bottom, if you look where it is, and click and drag till I have just this function copied. Control C, and then make sure that my little blinking line is not anywhere within that one. So it's right below it. Control V, and I'm going to call this one Reset Gem. And just change cupcake to gem. And I'm going to do this exact same thing here too. So I'm going to click and drag and Control C, Control V, and I'm going to say if gem is greater than 400, call reset gem. So far we just have our player who is moving across the screen. We have a reset. So in the draw function, we're checking to see if our cupcake or our gem y, so .y, is greater than 400. Anytime that happens, we're going to call the reset for those items. That simply puts it above the screen and then sets it to a random X location. So if I run right now, you will see them fall down the screen and reset at a new random location. And you could add more of those items if you want to. To do that, you would pull out a new variable called cupcake. I'll show you that really quick. You would use the images we already have in here. So go to Sprite. I'm going to pull another gem out, I think, instead of a cupcake. So we're going to say var gem 2. And I'm going to create that sprite at 200, 0. And pull out another sprite.setAnimation, gem 2, and I can use the gem image. You can use the same one over and over again. And then I need to copy these two things right here, the scale and the velocity. So Control C, Control V, and add a 2 at the end of it. I want to scale it so it's the same size, and I want it to move as fast as the other one was. So now if I run it, I've got 2 gems and a cupcake. But the second gem has not been reset. So I need to go in right here, and I need to duplicate this reset gem and make it gem 2. Now remember, mine's a gem. Yours is a different collection item. So whatever your collection item is, it makes sense to name them and name these functions to what you're resetting or collecting. And then I'll duplicate this. And call reset gem 2. I'm going to run this, and there we go. All of them are going. So you could put as many things as you wanted to falling on the screen, but that's how you loop your collection items.